impressions of driving the quietest of quiet cars. It could be the future for all of us. That's coming up in a little while. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/Radio Australia. Capital R for Radio, capital A for Australia. And it is Friday, so we'll look at the lighter of the week's events a bit later on. We'd love to hear from you. +61 427 727272. Our email is onair@radioaustralia.net.au. Let's go to Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder. He's been granted political asylum by Ecuador, although that's only the beginning of the story. He's still in the Ecuador embassy in London. He's been there for 2 months after he was trying to avoid extradition to Sweden. The background is that Sweden wants him for questioning over alleged sex crimes. Assange believes that if he is sent to Sweden, he could be eventually passed to the United States, where he's wanted for questioning over his publication of confidential files on the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, that's a crime that could carry the death penalty. Now, 2 months ago, a UK court granted asylum, or granted that extradition, I should say. That was when Assange sought asylum. So, Assange is in London, in the Ecuadorian embassy. To get to Ecuador, he has to leave the embassy, go to the airport, and somehow go through UK customs and get on a plane to Ecuador. Britain's playing hardball, and as even suggested, it was prepared to raid the embassy to arrest Julian Assange. Now, Dr. Binoy Kampmert specialises in international relations at the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. He's with us now. Thanks for your time.
It's a pleasure being with you.
Could Britain conceivably raid another country's sovereign embassy?
Well, in the context of the act that the British authorities have been citing, the Diplomatic and Consular Premises Act from 1987, there might have been a possibility of that, and it might still be open. And the reason for that is the qualification they've made to the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. And the reason for that stems back to the 1980s, when embassies were being apparently misused in terms of premises.